Greetings, Peanutians, and welcome to another informal video. This time, I'll be showcasing the presets that were added to the Go West update. We actually got quite a few. We got Equips, Legion, Inner Ability, Cash Up, and Character presets. For Equip presets, to go over this briefly, it's essentially just allowing you to have exactly what the Cash Up preset was, allowing to equip several pieces of NX gear and just switching in between them. And not to mention, it cleared up quite a bit of space. I cleared up maybe 10 item slots, which is great. But something to note is the fact that I highly recommend that people do the following for their equip presets. Keep number 1 or number 3, or whichever one that they're doing as their primary, or the thing that they're going to be swapping into for bossing. For example, I do mine for the first one, and then when you switch to the second one, it will also see that the fact that there's a 1 in all of these. This means all of these items are also on the first one. I've already done it on this character, so I can't really show you exactly per se what it is. But once you've got your first bossing, once you got the first preset set up for bossing, or whichever primary you want to do, and then when you switch to the second one, you can then double click items and drag into here. For the rings, you have to click and drag. For the other items, like weapon, top, bottom, other stuff that have like a singular slot, you can just double click them in. Once you do so, they will remove that preset indicator, meaning that the preset that you're on, those are the things that are on there. Pretty simple and really good. Because if you actually look at the the regular stat, I'm at 230. Immediately switches right back out. It's way better for Roar Room, saves time, saves annoyance, saves accidental, oh no, I forgot to switch this piece of gear, which is very nice. And the next preset I like to go over is the Inner Ability. The only downside about the preset when this came out is the fact that your new presets are not legendary. They come out as this is standard, the Epic Potential tier, and the only reason I have this one as Epic is because I had the legendary circulars from the previous event that I pre-bought, so I did this for several characters. Yeah, as you can tell, same thing as usual. Apply button still there. And as for the reset, I highly recommend people slow down when it comes to inner ability, because when it comes to resetting the inner ability, because as you can see, you can access all 3 presets in the reset window. So don't accidentally reset your primary, because this is my primary. If I accidentally reset it, it's going to suck. So I highly recommend people double check which one's highlighted. And this is essentially the inner ability preset. You get 3 different sets. I'll be doing this as bossing, so I'll be removing drop rate for boss damage, which is what Aaron's use in their legendary line typically. Second one will be for farming, or drop gear, or drop roar room. Yeah, roar room. And the third one, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the third one. I don't really see a need beyond 2, but hey, the third one's there, and we can use it. And as for the cash out preset is something I recommend people look into actively, because one, it functions essentially like regular gear and cash up, but at the same time it is using 2 cash up sets at once. To explain a little bit further, click on preset. You will now have 2 windows. Take note that the items on the left are essentially the first preset, and this is the second preset, even though we get 3. What I mean by is whatever you have in this one, the left should specifically always be, in my opinion, either the Choo Choo set or the Starlight set, because those sets have an item bonus set when you have a certain amount of items equipped at once. As you can see, I have all 5 of the Starlight items equipped, and that gives me a minimal set bonus. This gives me about 200k range when I'm fully in damage gear. And if you want to keep these on for the stat, but you want to have actual gear on, all you gotta do is click on Apply, and then double click. Now, whatever you have here covers your other NX set on the left side, while still maintaining the set bonus. Also, wow, I am ugly. But most importantly, be sure to have the double click option enabled when you do this. That way you can actually quickly switch gear. I'm gonna regret this. I'm just gonna clear it back out. There we go. Yeah, honestly, I actually prefer this outfit. But yeah, if you do this correctly, like I just said, have the left side be your Starlight or Choo Choo set. Click on Apply. Double click option enabled. Just switch your gear as you feel need. And as for Legion is self-explanatory, I feel. If it loads, yep, we get all 3 of these now, so that's it. We just have all 5, no, not all 3, all 5. We had to have all 5 unlocked by default. But now for the biggie, which I feel like I should have a little bit of a word of caution for everybody. When you do this, be careful about the presets, specifically the link skill, because depending how you have it set up, because personally, I have it set up as bossing and training, or bossing and dailies for most part for all my mules. But the reason I'm warning you is because if you accidentally have a bossing link skill preset for the first preset and then a training preset for link skills in the second one, and you're switching in between them to test stuff, double check numbers, be careful because you will accidentally actually switch the link skills, which will use up your switches, and then you'll probably run out of link skill swaps per day, and then you'll end up having to pay for it with messels, which is annoying. Not a big problem, but it's annoying. And another thing to note is that if you go to the top right here, which is the cog wheel, you can actually change the name of the presets, which is very nice. So I'm going to do this ahead of time. I'm going to change that to boss, and I'm going to change that to training. I'm only going to showcase this one because I'm not actually going to use them because of the link skill problem. Because of the link skill problem, I highly recommend that you only do character presets if you're switching from bossing to training or training to bossing. That way, saves you a little bit of time to switch all 5 at once. And, not to mention, it only swaps the link skills one officially. Other than that, if you're doing something like bossing and whatnot, I would just manually do it. Manually switch your equips to the reward room set that you have for drop gear, and then your drop rate inner ability. It's a little bit more annoying than that, but with the quality of life update for this, it technically makes up for it. So once again, the character presets, I recommend you only switch between training and bossing or training and daily if it's for those specific transition reasons to avoid the link skills. Other than that, there's nothing else more to the presets. And just in case you missed what I did, to access the character preset, click on the escape button, click left twice, and then just go to character presets. It's a little different for some people because some people might not play with the full hotbar, which I believe if you go here, it is character stats. Yeah, the character button right here would be this one. I personally play with the full bar because I need a lot of visual indicators. Yeah. Other than that, if there's anything that you did not understand or something you wish me to clarify, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to do it as soon as I can. I will either update it via the pinned comment below or the description. So with that being said, thanks for watching and the support. I hope you see you in the next video. Bye!